You've got a Zoom meeting with your students. You have breakout rooms, but you're not really sure what to do with them, and you're worried that students will just run amok in there.
Today we're talking all about using breakout rooms in your online class, and you can see how I did it with my 7th graders.
Hey there, I'm Emily Eggers, and this is Teaching from the Couch, where I help you create an amazing online classroom without losing your mind. We're going to start at the beginning of my class, so you'll hear me give students some directions about what we're going to do. This is a large group situation where we're all in the main Zoom room together. There are no breakout rooms made right now. And I'm just giving students directions. We're in the middle of a writing unit, and they've written their pieces, but they need to put them together and do some peer review and peer editing.
So, ladies and gents, we are going to get started. The first thing that we need to do is kind of combine all of the pieces that we've created into one Google Doc. So you can either start a brand new Google Doc and name it Persuasive Essay, your name, and then copy and paste pieces in, or you can take your body paragraphs and put your intro and your conclusion with it, but you need all, and your rebuttal, you need all 6 paragraphs on one Google Doc. That's the task we need to do first. So if you have your pieces on separate Google Docs, we need to combine them all now. Does that make sense?
I had some students who were struggling a ton with how to put all their pieces together and getting really confused about where all these Google Docs were and what they were supposed to do. So I decided to open up a breakout room and put them in there with a para.
Going to put, Greg, will you please help me compile their pieces?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Once everyone in the class has compiled their essay, then that's where I start separating them for different tasks. Different rooms are going to be for different tasks for students. Some are at a place where they're ready to do some peer editing, and some are not. Some need to finish writing. They're just a little bit behind.
That's what we're going to do. The people who are done are going to do some peer review today. The people who are not done are going to work with adults to get theirs done, because this final paper is due on Monday. Okay? Okay. So let me do this real quick. Those of you who are not done, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with adults, basically. And the rest of you who are
you
done,
are an adult.
Stay here. Yeah, I am an adult, aren't I? Ugh. When you get the pop-up, please go to the breakout room. If you get one, if you don't, you're staying here with me. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 of you. Perfect. What we're going to do is I am going to share a Google form with you. And you're going to use this Google form.
It's in Moodle, I think, already.
It is in Moodle, but I'm going to share it with you too in the chat. You're going to use this Google form to give feedback. And I will, what we're going to do is in a minute, I'm going to give you the name of the people that you're going to share your paper with. And then you will have to go into your paper, hit share, and send it to them. Okay? So here's what we're going to do.
Also,
I'm putting who you're sharing with in the chat in just a second.
The students who are working in the breakout room with the other adults working on finishing up their essays, I gave them their directions. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and the adults are going to help them do that. The students who are in the main session with me, they never went to a breakout room. I never assigned them a breakout room. They're just unassigned. They're just with me in the main session. And this is actually a really important thing to do, because if everybody's in a breakout room and a student comes late to class and joins the main session and is waiting in the waiting room, you don't get notified if you're in a breakout room. So I always stay in the main session and I create breakout rooms for people to go to. I always create at least 1 or 2 more breakout rooms than I actually have adults for, or than I actually think I'll need, because I usually end up needing it. So I create 1 or 2 more. So like in this class, I had 3 adults plus me, which would be 3 breakout rooms, but I actually made 4 breakout rooms because just in case, right? And it's actually really good that I did.
We're having a little bit of difficulty with a student spamming the chat in breakout room and not stopping, even after I'm warning them multiple times.
Okay.
So I can't, have them. I can't disable chat. I can't have them leave. Could you put them in like a waiting room maybe?
Yeah.
And let them like take a break.
Yeah.
Do they need to come back into the main session?
No. Do you want to just in the chat private let me know which one?
Yeah.
I think I know, but I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I moved them. There we go. Okay. I will go chat with them. You can go back and work with the other one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You guys in here, keep working on your peer review. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay. Okay.
So this is the para that was in the breakout room helping those 2 students put their essays together at the beginning of class. The 2 students were struggling, so he took them in there. There's 2 students in there. And so when he tells me that one of them's having an issue with behavior in the chat, then I kind of know who he's talking about, but I just want to make sure. And he said, send them to a waiting room or something like that. Do they need to come back here? The answer is no. I assigned that student to a new breakout room from the one they were in. I just moved them into an empty breakout room, my 4th breakout room that I didn't think I'd need, but I always make more than I need. So I moved them into that 4th breakout room and they hit the button and they went. And I got my students in the main session situated and then went and talked to that student.
I heard there's some issues going on with the chat in the breakout room. I just wanted to check in and see what's going on.
So the other thing is this student does not like to talk or show their face, so they type everything in the chat. So I'll be having a conversation with them, but I'm the only one talking. So they type everything in the chat, and that's what works for them. So that's just one example of my breakout rooms. I use breakout rooms every single day in my class, and they have been amazingly helpful, not only for behavior management, but also for differentiation and work time. So let me know in the comments below, how do you use break rooms? And if you want to learn more about Zoom, check out this video right here.